Welcome to 365 Christian Men, where every day we aim to inspire and encourage with real-life stories about men. February 20th, Jake Peavy. In June 2002, Jake played his first professional baseball game with the San Diego Padres. During his career, he played for the Chicago White Sox, the Boston Red Sox, and the San Francisco Giants. But long before he was a professional baseball player, when he was just 7 years old, Jake devoted his life to God. He once said, "God is the reason that I believe I'm able to do what I do. There's no way I can tell you that on my own I can go out and be able to perform in some of these stadiums and some of these atmospheres. But for some reason, I believe that I am here, that He has a calling on my life and has allowed me to have the talent." Here's today's story.
Sometimes a curveball knocks you down. Let it teach you how to get back up. In the year 2016, San Francisco Giants spring training opened with Jake Peavy leading the charge. Peavy was the team's three-time All-Star, two-time world champion, and winner of the 2007 Cy Young Award for the best pitcher in the National League. As the smell of newly mowed grass and the crack of the bat filled the air, Jake got the news that someone, a friend, had used his retirement account to fund a Ponzi scheme. He reeled from the broken trust and the loss of friendship. His 2016 season became an avalanche of depositions, lawyers, and numbers he didn't fully understand. Jake had to take part in conference calls, sometimes hours before taking the mound. He frequently had to leave the team between his scheduled pitching days to give depositions and meet with lawyers, FBI agents, and investigators from the Securities and Exchange Commission. All he could do was compartmentalize things, take his turn on the mound, and focus on the scripture he had written under the bill of his cap. "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." When the baseball season finally ended, Jake headed home to get away from it all, only to find divorce papers. Papers that shattered what he had treasured most, family life with his 4 boys. "It rips your soul out," Jake said. Now Jake made the decision that it was time for a change in his life. "The last year of my life presented challenges I didn't foresee. It's something I've embraced. It's been refreshing in a lot of ways. It was time to be more involved where I was going to spend the rest of my life." Jake left baseball behind with a new focus on his sons, his family, his love of music, and his generosity to others through the Jake Peavy Foundation, helping underprivileged youngsters and veterans. To the world, Jake Peavy may be a 2-time World Series champion, but to disadvantaged kids, military veterans, and his family, he's a world-class hero. Sitting on a bench with a bunch of kids, he coaches them. There's going to be times when you get hurt and get knocked down, but you got to get back up. There's going to be times in life when you're going to want to quit. What are we going to do? We're going to keep going. Jake speaks from his firsthand experience. 2 Corinthians 4:8-9 says, "We are afflicted in every way, but not crushed, perplexed, but not driven to despair, persecuted, but not forsaken, struck down, but not destroyed." What message will you put under the bill of your cap? Sometimes a curveball knocks you down. Let it teach you how to get back up.
Thank you for listening to today's story. Every day of the year, our hope is to inspire you with real-life stories of faithful men who have gone before us. Hebrews 12:1 says, "Therefore, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin that so easily ensnares us. Let us run with endurance the race that is set before us." Join us tomorrow for another story at 365christianmen.com.